because as it stands today, we are more familiar with gay or lesbian affirmative, friendly, rather than affirmative.
Right,
and what you're saying, that there is a difference
yes.
between these, and there's a major, significant difference.
Yes.
I'm not sure if our viewers, even therapists, know what that difference is.
No, you're right. They don't,
so
because okay, that's great. Well, partly, it's nobody's fault. I mean, because we've grown up in a society that's negate and devalued or minimized LGBT people in general until recently with the social justice movement. No one has been trained on how to work with this population in a universal way. In other words, most universities that are teaching master's or PhD students have any classes on this whatsoever. Their human sexuality class may not even mention any sort of other kinds of sexuality besides heterosexuality. So therapists end up going out there, opening up private practices or working in clinics or in treatment programs, and they have zero understanding of how to work with this specialized population. Right. So that's number one, because, one of the things I do like to say is therapists, we are really for the most part, the most well-meaning people. So we're not trying to do this in this way, but, everyone's being failed by the system is basically what's happening. But thankfully, there is this approach. It's being put out there. And specifically, the difference between LGBT affirmative and LGBT friendly is an LGBT friendly psychotherapist or psychologist might, just be a really open-minded person. Okay. Maybe be really liberal, never had, any issues with an LGBT person. May even have friends,
accepting.
Accepting, may have a child, or may even be LGBT themselves, so, they can give a lot of support and, positive regard and kindness and all of that around the person's LGBT identity. Okay. They may be, really be able to hear the coming out process or be there around their relationships and things like that. But they're not going to necessarily know how to address a specific kind of trauma that I'm going to talk about in a second. So they're going to do all of these wonderful things, but it's going to only take the client so far.